Phenomenal start to the year for Kalen Ponga last week. And he gets us underway for Thursday night footy. This is sure to be a tight one with the Twins coming together to start with quite the collision. Promising set of 6 by the home team. Across to Crossland. Ponga has a look. Cogger through the hands, one side to the other. Glorious ball. Kai Pearce-Paul sends James Schiller over for our opener.
Kai Pearce-Paul?
Well, he's 6'7". Look at how tall he is, the Englishman. I think they're still getting used to how to play with Kai Pearce-Paul.
Oh, bang!
Return serve.
A brotherly collision that has rocked the stadium. They're in striking range here. Cogger, Ponga, and a try again to Schiller.
Easy, Kalen.
Dane Gagai just checks one of the defenders, but look how quick they get across. Yeah, Avarillo was knocked over. This will be taken off the Knights.
And you see there, they are dominating all the possession of the football. 5 of the last 6.
They're down on the 10. Fletcher Sharp, Kalen Ponga, Bradman, Best. Boom! 3 tries. Inside 20 minutes, they're flying.
On that occasion, you just see Herbie Farnworth. He wants to get out. He wants to get over there to make a tackle on his opposite centre, but he can't.
Katoa straightens up. Gilbert up to Nicarima. And with Tupou back underneath. Oh, he nearly sliced through. He gets up and tries to go again. Oh, he's centimetres away. Safini. Great tackle, a try-saving effort. 46 games of experience on the Newcastle bench tonight. The second most in the comp. Ponga beating one. Gagai! You're never going to stop him from that range. They've got 4 tries in the first half, Newcastle.
There's only a couple of players in the world could do this. That is unbelievable.
And Joey, you've been around for a long time. You play at the highest level. That is not coached.
No.
You cannot coach that skill. That's just natural ability. He's had that since he's a young man.
4 metres away. Katoa for Hammer. There's just nothing happening. I've got them covered at every juncture. Katoa with a dummy, takes him on himself. That's better. Nichols does get his try. Elliott through the middle of the defence, if you don't mind. Trying to link up with support. Couldn't find anyone except for the Hammer, who got him around the legs. Now Fletcher Sharp tries to find an opening and gives the ball away to Dylan Lucas. It's another Newcastle try. What about the Elliott bust? Straight through the middle. Dago wrapped up by Stone and Nicarima. For Marzu. Great offload. And Sharp was hunting, and here he goes. Blistering pace. He takes on the Hammer. It's a foot race. Hammershow's going to get back there and clean it up. Oh, that was electrifying.
You flop in.
How long has it
You
been
flop
since
in.
Someone chip and chase
Once
the
he's on the
fullback?
ground, you can't flop
Probably
in and
Billy
join the
Slater in
tackle and push him back.
2004.
There, and he's offside.
10 metres away. Katoa. How about that? Another dummy and run. He set Nichols up in the first half, and he scores one himself here.
You see ball in 2 hands. Look, the eyes are off. Tyson Brazil's eyes are off him.
It's on report and you're in the bin.
There we go, in the bin.
Wow.
Shoulder charge. Kai doesn't know what's happened. He's asking Danny Medeiros, where was this?
Ooh. And the post-game, make sure you stick around for your Thursday night footy. And here's a chance for Sarko in the corner. How about that? With 45 seconds to go, there's 4 Newcastle defenders over there to bundle him across. But Newcastle, they have comfortably won their first home game of the 2025 season, and they'll be hoping to turn this place into a fortress right throughout the campaign. 26-12, Newcastle over the Dolphins.
Was Kalen just icing up your calf? Is it just a stinger or? Yeah, just a cork. Felt it pretty early, so obviously to get through the game, sweet. Yeah, just a cork.
How did that game feel? I mean, it was very impressive from yourself and also to the boys, particularly that first half.
I thought it was a good team, good 60 performance. Like at the back end, we were a bit scrappy still. But in terms of what we wanted to work on from last week to this week, it's a step in the right direction. Thought our mentality was good, our effort. That's the first half set up the game really.
Did you feel like, were you saying it was like 60 minutes, that 20 minute was more like, did you take your foot off? How did you feel? Did you feel a bit complacent with where the scoreline was at, or?
Losing Kai doesn't help, and then we did well in that period. I just think we could have got to the end of our sets a little bit better. There's a few drop balls, things like that. We need to be better at if we want to keep winning, and if we want to be where we want to be at the end of the year. You got to be good for 80.
What are your thoughts are?
Yeah, the same. I think we probably fell in love with trying to. We tried to chase 32 points instead of keeping them to 6. That was our mindset there for a period of time. I think there was 7 sets in a row where we didn't turn the footy over well. We were just chasing low percentage plays. So once we settled back down and changed our mindset about setting up our defence, points will come. But yeah, just thought we were trying a little bit to forcing the footy a little bit. And the guys agreed. We ended up paying the price through a ton of defence, but pleasingly the defence held up. I thought we were outstanding. They're a dangerous footy team. They got pace and strike all across the park, that back 5 and then the spine. So I thought our guys were outstanding, how hard we worked for each other all night and defended our try line like it mattered, because it does.
That one moment that highlighted what you just said, there was like 20 seconds left on the clock and Best and Kaylin touch around play. To fight like that right to the end.
Love that. I love that. That's the stuff that makes me really pleased, that regardless of scoreline or what's going on in the game, that's got to be your mindset. The result takes care of itself as long as we get that mindset. Doesn't matter how you're feeling or what's going on. Let's defend till the end.
What did you enjoy most about that first half? What was really pleasing that stood out to you?
I thought the first half we were a lot more patient with the ball. We were quite deliberate. We were running hard, nice and direct. We can get frustrated. It was quite slow ruck in the first half. We can get frustrated. I think we're up around 87% completion. So we're there with a mindset to build pressure, and that probably fell away in the second half.
Better to be dealing with those issues though with 2-0 than 1-1 or 0-2.
Yeah, absolutely. To start the season with the 2 wins and still be not at your best and have stuff to tidy up. We've got another really important game this week, and then we've got a bye. So it's a really important game up there against the Gold Coast. So we need to make sure that we have a look tomorrow in the review and make the improvements, just like we did last week. And we continue to have that mindset all the way.
Adam, the last couple of days there's obviously been a lot of talk about what's happening next year.
Yeah.
How much was today about showing everyone that, you've got things to achieve this year?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what the whole thing was about. I know I'm copping a little bit for not talking about Dylan Brown, but my number one job yesterday was to not talk about next year when these guys are 24 hours out from playing. So I apologise if anyone felt, or the media felt disrespected. I get it. I don't want to make your job harder at all, and I know it is your job to report on news, and it's newsworthy. I get it. But, what might have come across as being disrespectful was coming from a place of respect. I was respecting the process of a 10-day cooling off period. I was respecting Parramatta. The last thing Parramatta want me doing during that period is talking about how we're going to play their player. So there'll be a point in time that, we need to talk about Dylan. But yesterday wasn't that day when you're in amongst that 10-day. Now, that's since been waived, so I'm happy to talk a little bit more about it now. But I know the Red and Blue Army that was mentioned that have a right to know. I tell you what, they'd be really disappointed, because I know them pretty well. they'd be real disappointed in me if I was in there talking about next year when we had a game tonight. You know, they've been through all of that stuff before. They don't want to hear about rebuilds and all of that stuff. They want to win now, and so do we, and I want to make sure that we're doing our best to doing that. So that's the reason for not commenting yesterday, and I probably didn't handle it well by straight batting it, and I apologise for that, but I don't apologise for shifting focus on what was the most important thing for us yesterday was tonight.
One of the things with this year seems to be Kalen seems to be playing a lot more first receiver and getting the ball early. What's his thinking on that?
Yeah, a little bit, maybe a window into what we're thinking down the track as well. Both Kalen and Fletch can play second and third layer, you know, being fullback. So getting their hands on the ball at first layer, it makes us a bit more dangerous footy team, you know, rather than being really predictable with having Kalen out the back of all the shapes. His hands on the ball create stuff, and at the same time so does Fletch, so it makes us a more dangerous footy team.
Just back on that comments there, talking about, you know, focusing on this game and everything that's been going on, you know, protecting the players in tonight, but also too, I suppose the mindset of Cogger and Sharp as well.
Yeah.
So that's what is that particularly for those two, and did you have a conversation with Cogger and Sharp about it?
Yesterday was their captain's run. I didn't bring it up to them because I didn't talk about it. I think, and I'm aware that they watch those things, so yeah, I was just trying to be respectful. And the other thing is, we're 12 months away from this happening, okay? We've got a team in there that I think was pretty clear that they're going to fight hard all year this year, and we want to achieve something special with the group that's in there, you know? You got guys like Leo, and we're fully committed to this season. I don't want to look too far down the track. And yeah, we met with Dylan. He knows how I feel about him. He knows how our club feels about him, and he's got a good understanding of how we'll play him. But that's next year. His priority's Parramatta right now, and ours is with that current group that are in there now. And we'll sit a bit on it now. And again, apologise yesterday, but the 10 days wasn't waived. So the last thing I need to be doing is creating a situation where I'm upsetting people, being disrespectful to Parramatta, and it's not the right thing to do.
Adam, are you disappointed? A lot of the commentary about signing Dylan Brown seems to be negative. People saying that they think the length of the deal's too long and that he might not make it as a halfback. Is that disappointing?
I'd imagine it would be for Dylan. It's look, at the end of the day, we're happy with our purchase, and it's up to us, up to me, to make sure that we get this right. It won't be up to Dylan, it won't be up to Kalen. You know, he needed some help, and we've got an obligation to if a player of his expertise comes on the market and we're in a situation where we could potentially get him, then so we should, because that's what this town deserves. You know, it's only 10 years ago they were one of their first of 3 wooden spoons. You know, we don't want those days back. That's our members and sponsors' right, that we are chasing to get good quality players here, and he is one. How it all works, well, we've got 12 months, and that'll be up to the coaching staff to implement it. But again, I'll keep coming back. Our focus is recovery tomorrow and going up there and putting in a good performance against the Titans. We'll sort how the halves play out. We'll do that next year.
How excited are you about club making Dylan Brown? Not a year away, but yeah.
I thought we played well tonight. Hey, everyone's talking about it's pretty crazy. I'm excited for him. I'm excited for the club. That energy, putting energy towards it's not going to help us win next week. You know, it's not going to help us recover well tomorrow. So I've already spoken to him. Happy, you know, obviously, but he's got a job to do and we've got a job to do. It's 12 months away.
I think he was, you know, the hardest thing for Kalen is the constant speculation that he's not happy here. His performances aren't showing that whatsoever.
Jack Condra played well, Adam.
Yeah, I was happy with everyone out there tonight. You know, we had some moments, you know, that we'd like to improve on, but just the effort from everybody, mate, was excellent.
So, KP, you're not unsettled as the
how did I play?
Commentaries around?
How do I look at there?
Didn't look it to me.
I look happy, don't I?
You look happy enough?
You get frustrated by that, Captain? That speculation.
It's all part of the game. I understand it. It's been used to it. It's been a big part of my career for so long. But again, it's not something that I worry about. It's not going to make me a better player.
Christian, you guys created a lot of opportunities tonight, just didn't take enough of them to stay in the game long enough?
Yeah, I thought our discipline let us down at different times. Whenever we got a little bit of a roll on and gave ourselves some opportunity, we seemed to give the ball back to them in one way or another. So we've got to clean that up, and that way we'll give ourselves a little bit more opportunity and be able to do a little bit more with it.
How tough these couple of weeks been, Christian? Obviously last week you were supposed to have a home game and had to play in Sydney, and this week you've had to be away all week. So how tough's it been for everyone?
Oh, look, it's obviously been a little bit different, but it's no excuse for us. We're not looking for excuses or anything like that. We've handled the 2 weeks really well, I think, as a group, as a club. We've been really proud and really impressed with how people have just put their hands up and wanted to get on with the jobs and get the preparation right. So, obviously we didn't play how we wanted to tonight, but I don't see the last couple of weeks as any reason for that.
Tom, is that with the same attitude from the players, that it is what it is, and you just take it in your stride and do what you can do out in the middle?
Yeah, definitely. It's obviously 4 points now that we've lost, so we don't use it as an excuse. I think we had great preparation. The club did a lot of great things for us to make sure that we were ready to play tonight, and I look back on the last 2 weeks and I thought we had really 2 good opportunities, like I said, to get those 4 points. So it is disappointing. It's not an excuse. If anything, it was a great opportunity as start our season off.
Christian, one kind of bright spot for tonight was Isaiah Katoa. You've kind of seen the leaps he's taken. You coached him in Tonga. How big has his kind of strides been over the pre-season?
Yeah, not just over the pre-season. He's really grown as a player over the last couple of years, and his involvement in Tonga at the end of last year was really good for him. And he obviously took on sort of owning that team as a number 7 and did a really good job of that, and I thought grew in confidence. So he had some really good passes to his game tonight. It was great seeing him find his running game. He's such a strong runner of the footy, and it was good to see him do that tonight. But he's going to keep improving. He's got a great work ethic about him. He wants to be a good footy player, and he'll keep doing that.
Long way to go, Christian, but how important is it to get a win next week and get in the winning circle?
Oh, look, every win's important, every week's important, so we would love to have got one this week, but we just weren't good enough tonight. Next week is important for us, obviously. As I said, every week's important, so we need to get our season started at some stage and rolling, and hopefully that's next week.
As much as the first 2 weeks have presented us unique challenges, it must be exciting to get back home to play in front of your fans after the last couple of weeks, for their sake.
Yeah, it definitely is. Yeah, we can't wait to get back to Suncorp. We can't wait to just get a normal weekend training at our facility, so we can get a normal sort of preparation for that, and we get great crowd support at Suncorp there as well. So we really look forward to getting home and being able to play in front of our fans, in front of our family.
You touched on discipline at the start, obviously the crackdown on the roll balls as well. That was certainly an area that was no doubt frustrating for you. I mean, how important is it to just address something as simple as that to ensure that's not where you're getting pulled up?
Yeah, I was really disappointed with that part, actually. That's not something we've had a drama with through the trials or through round 1, so not quite sure where that crept in tonight, but it is obviously something we have to address. It hurt us a bit tonight, there's no doubt there, and as I said, it was a bit disappointing.